Let's turn to the liturgy for tonight. Remember last week we looked at a few passages out of the book of Exodus, 3 verses from Exodus chapter 3, verses 13 through 15. And I read the English only, and I said I was going to read the Hebrew tonight. And then next week what I'll do is I'll break down some of the nuggets out of the Hebrew, out of this fascinating dialogue between God and Moses about God sending Moses before the people of Israel so that he can then go before the Pharaoh and explain to the Pharaoh, let my people go, they are my people. But before Moses goes to the Pharaoh, he wants to know, as he goes before the children of Israel and the elders, who am I going to say has sent me? Right? They're going to ask me, you're being sent, but who is the one that's sending you? What's his name? And so this is the interesting dialogue. This is one of my favorite passages in the Bible. So let's just look at the Hebrew tonight over here on the right side of the page. I'm not going to explain it tonight. We'll read the Hebrew only, and then I'll explain it next week, okay? Starting in verse 13, it says, Vayomer Moshe el ha-Elohim, hine anochi va el bnei Yisrael, va'amarti lahem, Elohei avotechem, shalachni alechem, va'amru li ma shmoma omar elo alechem. You know, what's his name? What can we make of this? What do we say? Verse 14. Reads, Vayomer Elohim el Moshe, and then listen to God's answer about what his name is. He says the famous 3 words, Ehyeh asher ehyeh, right, which has been translated either as I am who I am, or I will be who I will be, or something like that. What does all that mean, right? And can we gain any insight from even looking at, say, the grammar behind the Hebrew? I think we can. So God says to Moshe, Ehyeh asher ehyeh, vayomer ko tomar livnei Yisrael, Ehyeh shalachni alechem. And then verse 15 continues, Vayomer od Elohim el Moshe, ko tomar el bnei Yisrael. Adonai Elohei Avotechem, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, shalachni elechem ze shmi leolam ve'ze zichri ledor dor. And that'll do it for our liturgy from the Tanakh, specifically from the Torah. Let's turn to the Apostolic Scriptures New Testament selection. We read Romans 14, 1 through 3 last week in the English. Tonight I'm just going to read the Greek, and then we'll keep working our way through this passage since this is our focal passage in our Roman study. Romans 14 verses 1 through 3. We're starting right over there on the right side of the page with the Greek. The Greek verse 1 says, Ton de astenunta te piste pras lambaneste me eis diakrises dialagismon. Verse 2 says, Hos min pistue fagen panta ha de astenon lacana estie. Verse 3 says, Ha estion ton me estionta me exuthenato ha de me estion ton estionta me crineto ha theos gar auton proselabato. And that'll do it for our liturgy for tonight.